Pokemon Showdown, but I can only use... This idea was actually suggested by one of my TikTok viewers. Let me know what Pokemon you want me to do next. We're going to have 6 different Crawdaunts. These are Crawdaunt's base stats. Our first opponent is Volsar. They sent out Garbodor. You already know what Pokemon I sent out. They use the move Spikes. I then counter with Rain Dance. Hallelujah, it's raining, man. He uses Spikes for a second time. I then use Dragon Dance because who doesn't like a little extra speed and attack? I then use it a second time. Garbodor then uses Spikes a third time. I honestly forgot that I used Dragon Dance this many times. Garbodor then uses Toxic Spikes and then swaps to Malamar. This is the first time I've ever seen this Pokemon, bro. I use Dragon Dance a 4th time. I then Dynamax and use Max Geyser to one-shot Malamar. His next Pokemon's Ditto. It has the Imposter ability, so it swaps right into my Crawdaunt and gained all of my stat buffs. He Dynamaxes his Ditto and uses Max Guard to block my Max Geyser. He then uses Max Geyser on me. Mine does more damage though, but bitch. Well, not really. It did more percent because Ditto has less HP than Crawdaunt. I'm pretty sure HP is the only stat that Ditto actually keeps when it transforms. I then lose my Dynamax. I use Protect to waste his last turn of Dynamax. I know he's gonna outspeed me. He probably has Choice Scarf. The next turn, he uses Protect to block my Crabhammer. I do the same exact thing the next turn. I then somehow outspeed here. I guess he doesn't have a Choice Scarf. I decimate his Snorlax with Crabhammer. Garbodor is a pretty good nail, to be honest. His final Pokemon was Cloyster. Crabhammer barely did any damage to it because Cloyster is a heavy defensive water Pokemon. He then Rapid Spins my Crawdaunt to death. My next Crawdaunt got wrecked by Spikes and Poison. It's all good though because Superpower does massive damage. For some reason he uses Rock Blast on me. I mean, it does an okay amount of damage. I then finish off the battle with one last Superpower. It's kind of funny I survived on 1 health. Honestly, Crawdaunt's not that bad. I've literally never used them before this. Our next opponent is Vicks Vapor. Their first Pokemon is Blaziken. Very sorry about that. They use Substitute, and I counter with Rain Dance. They then use Protect to block my Crabhammer. They try to use Protect again, but fail. I land my Crabhammer to get rid of their Substitute. Blaziken uses Substitute again. I hit him with the Crabhammer. He substitutes a 3rd time, so I hit him with the Crabhammer again. He then uses Protect to block my Crabhammer. He lands a 2nd Protect in a row to block another Crabhammer. He then Baton Passes to Zacian. He eats a massive Crabhammer for breakfast. I then use Protect because I know he outspeeds. He then one-shots my first Crawdaunt with Close Combat. I then Dynamax my next Crawdaunt to tank his Close Combat and then finish him with Max Knuckle, mostly because Max Knuckle increases my attack by 1 stage. He then sends Blaziken back out. He uses Substitute again. I use Max Geyser. He then uses Baton Pass. I predicted this, so I use Max Knuckle because Ditto's a normal type. Kinda surprised didn't have the Imposter ability though. He sends Blaziken back out with literally 1 HP. He blocks my Aqua Jet with Protect. I chose Aqua Jet because Blaziken's really low on HP and outspeeds me. He then blocks another Aqua Jet with Protect, and somehow he blocks a 3rd Aqua Jet, bro. I've never seen someone get 3 Protects in a row. I barely see people get 2 in a row. He failed his 4th Protect, and I finish him off with a Aqua Jet. I still cannot believe how many Protects he hit in a row. Our next opponent is Bunk Boy. Their first Pokemon is Ninjask. They start off the battle with Double Team. I counter with Dragon Dance. Ninjask uses Double Team a 2nd time. I counter with Rain Dance. Ninjask then uses Substitute, but I destroy it with Crabhammer. I then Dynamax my Crawdaunt, so my moves cannot miss because that high evasion is going to get really annoying if I don't take care of it. His next Pokemon is Zygarde. He then immediately swaps to Necrozma. I then land a Max Geyser on Necrozma. I then land a 2nd Max Geyser to finish them off. They then send out Calyrex. I bite the fuck out of them because I'm hungry, not because they're Psychic type, and Dark is strong against Psychic. Also, Calm Mind is so pointless here because I outspeed and my attacks are physical, not special. Their next Pokemon is Tapu Lele. I use Crunch again because they're Psychic type, but in hindsight, I think Crabhammer would have done more damage. I then finish off Tapu Lele with a 2nd Crunch. Their next Pokemon was Magearna. I use Rain Dance. They use Iron Defense. I then use Dragon Dance. They use Iron Defense again. I then use Crabhammer. It does a decent amount of damage. They use Iron Defense one last time. I hit him with another Crabhammer. It crits and finishes off Magearna. Not gonna lie, I got pretty lucky there. They sent out their final Pokemon, Zygarde. They Dynamax it. I hit it with the hammer. Its Max Quake hurt. Zygarde tanks one more Crabhammer and annihilates my first Crawdaunt with Max War Wind with Max Wormwind. Bro, what just happened? Why did this Pokemon just go Super Saiyan on me? I miss a Crabhammer and then tank a Max Wormwind. I'm probably saying that wrong. I hit Zygarde with the hammer, he then uses Coil, and I finished off the battle with one last Crabhammer. Honestly, that was a lot of fun. Thank you for watching my video. There's currently another video on the screen right now you should probably watch, and yeah, peace, my dude.